Okay. So, and what makes you think that you are not good in relationship building? Have you had any incident or any example?
One more thing, communicating at the right time. That is
Hmm.
a mistake.
Okay. Am I audible clearly or little feeble? How is it? How am I sounding?
Is audible.
Okay. Okay, great. Anybody else? I'm asking, hi guys, welcome. I'm asking each and every person, why you guys were interested in joining this workshop?
Can I say something?
Yes, 10, 15 seconds each one.
What I feel is I lack in this relationship because when I speak, they misunderstand. And
Yeah.
a quarrel comes up. You mean something, but they understand it in a different way. And
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
my problem.
Okay, great. Thank you. Who else?
I would like to say, Chitra.
Yes.
I'm really good in building relationships. In fraction of seconds, I can make friends. Like, because I come from a background like training background. But problem is like my overdo make me people take me for granted. So,
Okay.
but this is
Okay.
I'm learning now, saying
Mhm.
no and keeping a distance and maintaining only relationship with those who are mature and understanding me.
Yeah, so one of the most important things we need to have is drawing boundaries in order to avoid strained relationship or disappointments or heartaches or a lot of things to save time. Very, very important for us to have a very good understanding of how to draw boundaries with different people on various things, right? Yeah, good. Who else? I'm just going around and asking people, why do you guys wanted to attend this workshop, and what about building authentic relationship where you are at?
Yeah, Chitra, I wanted to say because the kind of past few years what I've gone through. So somewhere I have lost some confidence in building up relationships. As even Simran said that sometimes I do very I'm able to make friends and all, but somewhere I lack building up the boundaries wherein I have to say no or not reveal much, because most of the time I have faced
Sujata, we are not able to hear you. It's yeah. So drawing boundaries seems to be we Indians and especially the Christians that we are supposed to show love to, love ourselves, love people, always be helping. That's all we learn from childhood, being part of the church and stuff, evangelism and all that. So most of the time I can relate to what you guys are saying, that we overdo and we get into trouble, and people expect us to continue to overdo, and then when we fail it, then people really get disappointed. So drawing boundaries is a very good topic. Maybe I will cover that another day. Yeah, so one caveat when I'm doing this workshop, trust me guys, even I'm also learning a lot of things, especially when it comes to voluntary leadership like this involved life, where you guys are not my employees, I am not your employer, and there is no salary involved for you and I. Everything is just voluntary work, and and there is no way I can use my authority, though I sound a bit firm many times, but there is no way I can call the shots with anybody. It's absolutely by building relationship. And there are many times there are many different cultures and backgrounds and mindset people come from. So each and every single person in the India campus is totally different, with a totally different mindset, with their culture, with their values, with their understanding. So it calls for a lot. So yeah, who else? Who else wants to share? What is your trouble or problem area and why you want to attend this workshop?
Chitra, for me, it's like it's very difficult for me to understand people. I usually get confused. That everyone is good.
Okay.
Then you actually don't know again where to build draw boundaries. That's
Mm,
the most problematic area. And
yeah.
also, uh, you don't want to be judgmental, but still you need to judge. So
Yeah.
how do we do that?
Yeah, righteous judgment. That's what Kirby keeps talking about, right?
Right.
You can't be polarized, you can't have bias from people, but God has called you to judge and evaluate, not more than judging, evaluate things rightly. So wisdom and discernment is something that we need to be asking God. Like you said, everybody is good in the beginning, we start, and then one point in time, everybody becomes bad. Boom.
Yeah,
Boom, 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 and then we are totally alone.
that's right.
I can relate to it. Yes, I think as we grow and as we continue to renew our mind with the word, asking God for discernment and wisdom, definitely we will grow. All of us will grow. Anybody else before I start the workshop? What is it? Start trusting easily and fall into exactly. That's what, yes, guys. So you can't be naive, you have to be lion and the lamb. You have to be fierce and you have to be soft. You have to be like an eagle. It's a like a morphing. You have to be different. You have to bring out different aspects with different dynamics in different situations with different people. I believe we don't learn all these things in the school or college, and these are essential life skills that is really important for us to grow. And to have it, it's very important, whether we are CEOs or housewives or students, everybody needs to have this, right? So so today, I have asked you guys for 2 hours, and many of you joined late. So bear with me if you go a little bit beyond 10 o'clock. I don't have too many slides, but the slides that I have are very dense, and there will be a lot of discussions, right? So let me change the setting for speaker view. Everybody please mute if you are not talking. So today we are going to be talking about various aspects, and I believe once we are done with this workshop, like last time we had what was that? Recently we had the other workshop. What is it, guys? Last week.
Procrastination.
Procrastination.
Yes. Yeah. So
Procrastination.
yes. So how to overcome procrastination and set smart goals. Okay. Every workshop has lot of ocean of value in it, and it takes time for you to go through it, grasp it, and take one bite at a time. And like it's a continuous process. Keep watching, keep doing things, and keep learning. It's not like, okay, today I did the workshop. That's a very good start for you, and then continue your journey. And that is why I have created the group. In the group, ask questions and share your experience, then only you will grow. Okay. And so today whatever I'm going to share with you guys, make note of it and apply it in different situations. It's not that everything you can apply it immediately. First of all, you need to remember, and then you will need to internalize it, and then you will want to have wisdom and understanding. Oh, okay, this is the thing. Let me just keep these points handy, and what should I be doing? Like that, slowly start applying, incrementally applying, and then over a period of time, you will become very, very smart, and you will be an influencer you will not have any, there will be people with different dynamics, different expectations, different values, but it's not about like once we accept Christ, it's not going to be a bed of roses. So just because you learned this workshop doesn't mean that boom, one magic has happened and then everybody is your friend, right? Or everybody, you know, of course, we don't want to have any. So it's not going to happen magically, but you have to build patience, resilience, be persistent, and also apply what we learn in the Bible. Some might have been thinking, okay, I started with bite size and now why I'm going secular. There is no separation between secular and the spiritual. Okay, we go to doctors, the secular, for when we are sick, we go to doctors. We learn maths and history and geography and all that, that is secular, right? It's not 100%. You don't eat spiritual, you don't sleep spiritual. Okay, everything what you do in the natural, learn to see God's glory, learn to apply the principles in the daily life. That is what I'm trying to do it here. Okay, so don't have so many people, oh, this is a smart goals setting. There is no revelation in it. Baba, there is so much of revelation in it. Are you an influencer on top of the world? Are you making millions and billions of dollars that you say there is no revelation in it? Somebody has done the job. Everything, wisdom and understanding and excellence comes from anointing, comes from God. And somebody has written the book and they have experimented. They have been successful in their personal life and in their businesses. And it's a proven thing. So when we are struggling, for example, to build relationship or to maintain relationship, or we really don't know how to handle people, why can't we just go and learn these things and understand, and then see how we can, integrate by biblical principles in it, how to see God in everything we are doing, how to be an excellent son of God, how to grow matured as son of God or daughter of God, right? So it's all about that. Okay, so I hope I have set the expectations clear. Everything that we are discussing, the very fact that 20 people are, I don't know how many are there. So the people have come together. It's a collective. There's impartation. There's anointing. There is God in us. Okay, it's God who's ministering in the midst of us. So never separate natural and supernatural. Okay, so today we will be learning a few things, outcomes. Why we need to do this workshop, we are going to discuss, and why we need to build authentic relationship. Okay, authentic means genuine, a real relationship, not fake relationship. Okay, and what are the fundamentals of building a relationship? And feel free to stop me if I'm going a little fast. Just do let me know if the speed is like too fast or something. So we will be learning the fundamental techniques and how to establish meaningful relationship. There are some protocols, there are some techniques, there are some tips I will be sharing with you guys, and how to handle argument. Many times there is a lot of division in relationship, divorce, and people leaving each other. There's a lot of drama and a lot of heartaches, a lot of emotions running, flying high, and there's so much of problems we have because we don't know how to handle arguments, right? And then how to have some smart tips for leading others to believe your point of view. Okay, and everything that I'm going to share is not about manipulating, but it's about being very genuine and easy and understanding and helping building a very authentic relationship. Okay, and also some tips on how not to offend people. Like someone said, I really don't know, sometimes when I talk people get offended, right? So we are very good point, and we are going to discuss about that as well today. Some of the scriptures that I have mentioned in the slides, I have put it in the chat window. You can refer to that when we are talking. Okay, so let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay. Hold on. PPT. Let me bring it here. Okay. All right. Share screen. Oh, thanks. Okay, can everybody see my screen?
Yes, Chitra, it's awesome.
Okay, thank you. Let me get this out of my way so you all can see it easily. So, all right. So, how to build an authentic relationship, right? And what are the outcomes? Okay. When you build authentic relationship, what's going to happen? Okay. We all are not living alone in a cave. We are human beings. We, in a day-to-day basis, we live with people in family and our friends, and we work at office, or we work with business partners, employees, workers, vendors. Everything is about building relationship, right? So you will be able to, if you apply some of the some or all of these techniques, you will be able to make some friends quickly and easily. Okay. And you can also become an influencer if you really want to be the blue-eyed boy or a girl, and be an influencer in your workplace or in your business. Definitely some of these tips are going to help. Okay. And becoming a people-friendly leader. Okay, being a leader is okay, but how you are going to be a people-friendly leader? Okay, leadership is not about calling shots, but it's about building relationship and going along as a team, right? And then how to increase your influence and ability to get things done. Okay, many times we really don't know, like some of you said that we don't know how to say no. So many times we feel very weak and we really can't get things done because we are not able to help others to see our perspective, our belief system, our value, or what we are trying to actually accomplish, or what we are trying to do, right? So we are going to talk about it. And if you are in a customer handling end, you will be able to, or even with your manager or super boss, or you are a business person selling services or products, you will be able to handle complaints very efficiently, and you will get to know how to avoid arguments and establish proper authentic human relationship. Okay. And then you will also get to know how to become a better speaker. Okay, like sometimes we mean something, but we really don't know how to convey it. I might do another workshop on communication skills. I feel that that is really required for the India campus. I will be doing, but today, if you can grasp these things, it's really great start. Okay, any doubts so far? Are you all good?
Yes, Chitra.
Why we need to build authentic relationship? Okay, it's one of the most important skills we need to have if we are doing business. Okay, next one is 85% of, okay, if you want to be successful, okay, many people focus. For example, I come from IT background. Majority of the time, like from the time I started my career, I have done Cisco certification, Microsoft certification, and Linux certification. I don't know what not, content management and digital marketing, call anything, even hardware servicing. So many certification I have done. So I have spent at least 20 to 25% of my salary in upgrading my technical skills. And in addition to that, of course, for spiritual upgrade as well. But if we are so technical, if we are really good in our work, we are excellent in our operations, but we really don't know how to engage with people, then we are set up for failure. Okay, so if you really want to be successful, 85% of people's skills is required. Okay, and 15% technical skills is required, no matter whichever domain, whatever job you're doing. This is, you are not working with the robots, at least not until today. You are working with human beings, maybe one level up or two level up or down, or your peers. You're always working with human beings. So 85% of people's skills is required for a successful career, even to have a healthy relationship in the family, with your in-laws, with your friends, with your acquaintances, with your church people. Everywhere we are dealing with people. Okay. And families are happier with better people skills. Okay. Many times, a lot of misunderstanding happens within the family, between the spouses, between spouse and children, or maybe the parents. So if you really know how to handle people, or if we have people skills, then families are happier. Okay. Next is salespeople increase sales. Sales, when you talk about sales, many times we think of manipulation, but doesn't work in the long run. When you apply some of these techniques, really you can be a very successful salesperson. Okay, I think we have some salesperson in our audience as well. And you can climb up. You're working for a corporate or any startup, any company, you can climb up your career when you apply these techniques. Okay. And also, if you are, you can, let's say you are an entrepreneur, you can have a lot of customer satisfaction in any domain, in any industry. Okay, you will know how to satisfy your customers, how to, like we say, 20-80 rules we saw last week. The 20% of the customers is going to bring the 80% of your business. Okay, so if you want to know how to build a successful relationship, how to satisfy them, if you really want to have a revenue generating in your business. Okay, what are the fundamentals? Okay, and these are very, very important, guys. At the end of this workshop, I will even summarize in 1 or 2 statements. If you can just catch hold of it, it's going to go a long way in that. Okay, some fundamentals here. Number 1 is see the golden earthen vessel. Purposely, I bring in certain biblical principles here, so you all will get to know, right? I have put it in the chat window. Can somebody read 2 Corinthians 4:7? Okay, I got it. It says we are like common clay jars that carry this glorious treasure within, so that this immeasurable power will be seen as God's. Okay, who is residing in us? God is residing in us, right? If you believe God is residing in you, is residing in the other person as well, no matter whoever it is, maybe an old senior citizen or a child or an adult. Okay, so when you are dealing with people, always remember that you're not dealing with machines or robots. Okay, and even it is true that you're dealing with people with a lot of emotions. Okay, from the time we are born until now, we have gone through different hurts and emotions, experiences, that there is a lot of bias, there is a lot of trauma through different incidents. Okay, so when you as much as you would agree that you get emotional, you also need to remember that the people whoever it is you're dealing with, they're like, it's not logical, but like you can say that you're dealing with people with emotions. Keep that in mind. Okay, and let's say you are very upset, you might be 100%, 200%, right? But if if you're going to throw the criticism on other person, okay, you are totally going to kill their ambition, okay. I will talk about the criticism a little more in the upcoming slides as well. But for now, remember that we are the measure in which we judge others is the measure in which we are also judged, okay. And so be careful of unnecessarily judging people based on other people's opinion, based on gossip, rumor. We are very easily biased, we are very easily triggered, okay. So remember that you remember to eat from the tree of life rather than the tree of knowledge of good and evil, okay. Next one is love your neighbor as you love yourself, okay. Mark chapter 12, 31. If somebody can read that. Can somebody read? Or I'll have to switch between the windows. Are you guys there?
Yes, Chitra.
Okay. So next one is Mark chapter 12, 31. And this you must love your neighbor in the same way as you love yourself. You will never find a greater commandment than this. Okay, simple scripture. Sorry.
Sorry, Chitra. The second is this: love your neighbor as yourself. There is no commandment greater than these.
Yes, thank you. Yeah. So only way to get things done is by giving what they want. Okay. Please remember that the fundamental requirement of a human being is that everybody wants to feel important. Everybody wants to feel accepted. Okay. So if you give importance to people, if you accept them, no matter whoever they are, you're going to get proper response from them. Remember this, okay? We are so used to judge people based on their appearance, based on their influence, their work, their profile, and their position, designation, and how their appearance, and so many things, okay? So you can only get things done from people. Like I said in the beginning, there is no calling shots, okay? You want things to be done, you got to build a relationship with people, okay? Everyone likes a compliment and likes to feel important. So please remember that. One of the most neglected virtues of daily existence is appreciation. People really, every single day, okay, people will go to any extent to feel important, okay, to feel appreciated. People are ready to do anything, okay? Why does one want to sit in the front row in a church? Why does somebody want to wear do a lot of certifications? One is for the job purpose, but other thing is like, oh, okay, I want to stand out by doing this, and I want to preach in front of thousands and lakhs of people, and I really want to look so good, because then there is a lot of importance is given for appearance and influence, and I want to make crores of money, millions and billions of dollars. We really want to be an influencer. We really want to feel important, okay? Please understand this one, okay? But in every day, we are so tuned. We are not mindful, okay? We are not mindful. We don't appreciate people. We are very quick to judge. We are very quick to criticize people. We're very quick to point fingers and blame others. But it takes a lot of time. Now, many times that's the reason many people, when they come to us for counseling, first thing I'll tell them, start with a gratitude exercise, because your heart becomes very hardened, okay? If you forget how good God has been to you in your life, and how many people have done good things to you, even on a day-to-day basis, right? Remember, as much as you want to be appreciated, take time to appreciate someone. It doesn't cost you anything. Okay, so this is one of the most neglected virtues. Okay, be it your husband or your wife, your parents. Okay, nobody like your family, no matter what, how strained the relationship is. Remember to appreciate people. Don't take anything for granted. You might say, oh, it's my son, it's my daughter. It doesn't matter. That's one thing that we have always taught Jason from the time when he was so small. Whenever something is like, when Sam does something for me, I do something for him. In front of my child, we always say, thank you, you're welcome, please do this. I mean, sometimes even when Sam sometimes writes a message or something, you'd always include those words. Those words are really, it's not that he has to do that, but like he'd appreciate. And then every time Jason does something, we will make sure that to make it small victories as for a celebration. We will tell him, hey, good job you have done. Okay, so bring that atmosphere at home, and then you will also what you do at home, you will also carry it back to your workplaces, to your businesses. Okay, so it does a lot of good things. It turns around the relationship like anything, right? It does a lot of good things to your heart. You're not, don't have to buy, like 1 lakh rupee for saying a thank you or please or well done to somebody. It's free. Just you got to be mindful. You got to be very conscious of what you want, basically how you want to feel important, to be loved. Do the same thing. Do unto others as you would want others to do for you. Okay, fundamentals, guys. If you remember this, life is going to be really great. Next is be the salt of the earth. God has called us to be salt of the earth, right? Light of the world. Okay, so what are we doing here? Okay, so when a salesperson really wants to sell something to other people, what does he do? If he's going to talk about benefits, features, how much money he has made, or how big his company is, do you think the customer is going to buy? No way. If he is going to say how the product or the services is going to do good for the customer, saving time and saving their money, definitely they are going to buy. Okay, so arouse the eager in the other person. Okay, always, I mean, we are so tuned and wired. Me and I always comes first. What I want to do, what my desires are, what my ambitions are, what my goals are. Always, it's like in split second it comes. Me, mine, right? But if you can think from other people, okay, how it is going to turn around the other person's life, then you really got them like that. Okay, so this is a very super technique. I really like it. And example you can remember. Okay, if you really want to sell a pen, or like you got to help the other person, how this pen is going to improve or like make the other person's handwriting look better, or like appearance wise, or if how it's going to be very comfortable in that person's hand, and how economic, how much money they can save. In these terms, if you can think, okay, you will be able to build authentic relationship. Okay, any doubts so far? Any questions? Are you all awake?
Yes,
No
Chitra.
questions.
No
Yes,
questions.
Chitra.
Yes.
Shall I continue then?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
Yes, Chitra.
Yeah.
बीच में थोड़ा हिंदी बोल देंगी तो हमारे लिए सही रहेगा.
हाँ, मैं कोशिश करूंगी. If not, we will see what best we can do for you. करेंगे. मैं कोशिश करती हूँ, ठीक है? Okay. So, I really appreciate Malti ji's enthusiasm to attend all the workshop in spite of the language barrier she has. Chicken. I will try. So next thing is 5 ways to establish meaningful relationship. Okay, like we discussed in the beginning, you're seeing one screen, right, or 2 screens, guys?
Yeah, one screen.
Okay, cool. Okay, so now there is a lot of things we can learn from Proverbs. Okay, so there are 5 techniques. There could be more, but I really don't want to bore you guys with too many techniques. Okay, do you all have any ideas how to establish meaningful relationship? Let me ask you that. What are the different ways to make meaningful relationship? Have you made any meaningful relationship in your life so far?
There should be trust.
Okay.
And of course, love. And this unconditional love, I mean.
Okay. Is it possible, unconditional love every day? Especially with our enemies, adversaries, people who are enemies, in the sense, people who think totally different than us.
Such people, maybe we need to
Yeah. Somebody is unmuted. Start trusting easily and okay. Yeah. So has anybody established any single meaningful relationship, and how was it? What did you do?
In India, they will export ban.
Yeah, Chitra.
Yes.
Okay, so in critical moments, I feel that we should first start the conversation by validating their good things. First, you validate whatever their good things are there. Just first you speak out that. Then you speak it. The next sentence should be whatever. If you can change in this way, that would be really better. You will be very good. So putting it in a positive way. Even the thing, truth with love, it is always builds a relationship.
Exactly.
Truth with the anger, that means even if it is a truth with the anger, it destroyed it is a destruction.
Absolutely. Yeah. Truth mentioned without love is going to spoil the relationship. Who else? Has anybody established any authentic relationship so far? What did you do to get that?
Yes, Chitra, transparency has to be there in relationship.
Okay, transparency. Okay.
Being available when the person is in need or at times to talk.
What else? Who else?
Honoring each other's time and
Honor, exactly. We really, when it comes to close friendship or parents or our family members, we really sometimes take people for granted, isn't it?
Very true.
Yeah. Who else?
Actually, even if we are not there, sometimes they should have it in their mind that we will be there for them, even though at that instant we are not available. At least they should have confidence in us that we will be there.
Okay, dependable. Okay, being dependable. Okay, great.
Like as she said, we're not available at times, but that person knows that we really care and we will be available.
Yeah. Yes.
They can share anything. They can share anything without the fear of judgment. Like anything, whatever nonsense they will tell, we will never it will not affect our relationship. They should have that.
Yeah. So give them confidence that they will not judge you no matter whatever you speak. Awesome.
And not to forget to reciprocate. Most of the time we think that the other person, because we are close or almost talking every day, they know that they know what we are thinking. We can't expect them to read our minds, and we should always be reciprocative as well as, responding to the open communication should be there.
Yeah. Awesome.
And not to forget that basic courtesy of have what we usually do it for far off relations, or for new people. Like we say thank you, we say sorry, we say we are happy, excited, great. Those things are meant to be there even in our everyday relationships.
Absolutely. Anyone else? It's great, interesting conversation, guys. You guys are learning a lot. I really don't want to be one way. Yeah, so awesome. Thank you for sharing. Let's go back and see. Desktop one. Okay, can you see now?
Yes.
Okay, so 5 ways to establish, many of you said trust and not to take people for granted, transparency, make sure that the other person know what you can do for them, right? There are so many things we spoke about, all are fantastic. So like we have already covered, would you be so kind as to, like, won't you please do this one for me? Would you mind doing this for me? Thank you so much. Okay. We really don't have to, some people might think, oh yeah, this is just my sister and or my brother or my sister. Why should I say thank you? No, it feels good for you also to feel good when you say thank you. Just say thanks to other person, see what it does to your heart. And also what it does, they may not really jump and fly high and all that, but it really deposits some honor in them and makes them feel good. Okay, so and you're not going to, it's not going to cost a lot, so why not you do that? And you can win attention, time, and cooperation. Like somebody said, being available, you already hit the nail on the head. You can win attention, time, and cooperation by genuine interest. Yes, so you can just talk anything, any topic, anything. You have the freedom, you feel so comfortable talking, and genuine interest. Okay, if you can show genuine interest. Okay, we were talking about the passion projects yesterday, and one of the passion projects was like giving food to the people on the street. Okay, so out of the love for people, nobody should go without food. Okay, this is the project. And why? Because we are genuinely interested in other people's welfare. We are genuinely interested that other people should not be hungry. Okay, so not only for the beggars, even the people first time you're meeting, or somebody at the station or at the airport or anywhere, be very mindful. You really don't have to leave your suitcase, this and that, and then go, don't overdo. Okay, but be very conscious, be mindful, and little things that even a smile, okay, is one of the best thing that you can give to people. Means when you smile at people, you are telling them, I value you. I'm very happy to see you. You may not be saying in words, but I'm very happy and I admire your presence. I like your presence, right? There's so much of energy transfer can happen when you just give a smile to people. Okay, and maybe somebody is going through a hard time, and this one smile can really shift the mood for them. Okay, you really don't know how much a simple smile can do. Okay, so be genuinely interested in people. I know, honestly, when even inside India campus and outside, when people tell me some things, I know when people are very genuine, I know when people are faking it. So I just anyway I accept it, but I know when the actions and the words don't match, I'm really like, okay, I really can't, I don't know if by God's gift, he has given me some discernment, okay, to understand people. But and one more important thing is that all of us really love to talk. okay, be it in any occasion, in a party or anywhere, or somewhere you are, a gathering is there and you are new and you're meeting people. We always come under so much of pressure to impress people. Okay, first time when you're meeting somebody, it could be your prospect or a fiance or some acquaintances or some long distance relationship. There's so much pressure comes on us to prove who we are, to prove our identity. Okay, when you are grounded in your identity, know who you are, you really don't have to do anything extra. Even if people accept or don't accept, doesn't matter at all. Stay grounded and you see how people are going to come to you. Okay, and most important thing is that when you go in a social gathering or in a thing, don't be always having the thing that you should talk. You should list out. I mean, I've seen people, the moment they start talking, they don't stop at all, right? 45 minutes, somebody shared a testimony. People started giving cues, but people really, that person never understood. Okay, you really don't have to prove your worth to others by talking nonstop. Okay, if you want people to like you, be a good listener. Let them share. Okay, because everybody is waiting for that. Okay, you're not going to lose anything. Develop that patience. Again, it's about keeping others in front. Okay, and once they are finished talking, then they will only allow you, ask you. When the other person is talking, also ask meaningful questions. Okay, most of the time what happens in a conversation is we are always ready to, when they are speaking, we are getting ready in our mind to respond with what we believe or ask the question. But if you can just listen to them when they are talking, okay, and patiently listen, allow them to talk. Okay, there is one super tip for you to build a good relationship. Okay, that means that you are really interested in knowing about the other person. It's not about sharing your biodata or sharing from the time you are a child until now, 40 years, 30 years story. You really don't have to dump on any people. Please understand that. Be very gentle, be very light. Okay, there is a different wisdom that comes with whom what to talk and how far we should go. With acquaintance, how much information you should give, what are the topics you should talk. With a close friend, how you should talk, what level you have to talk. There are the wisdom comes in picture there. Okay, so apply wisdom. Don't be talking your whole biodata history to every single person and bore them. Next time, if you do that, next time they see you, they're going to run away from you. Even if it is a matter of testimony, rehearse it and know how exactly to share it. Unnecessary words means people will lose respect for you. I'm telling you, guys. Next is, we have already talked about it. Do unto others what you would want for yourself. Okay, so that I will already show interest in other people, ask questions more about them, their interests, their hobbies, their accomplishments. People really love to feel important. Okay, and most of the time, okay, one time in my mega church, okay, there was a game wherein the senior pastor had gathered like about 120 people, and there was a game that who is going to remember and call out the names of the people present there. Okay, who got, except for two people, I know them by face, but except for two people, I remembered 118 names at that point in time, and I won the prize. Okay, it's not that I really write and do, but like if you are genuinely interested in people, you really want to know more about them. Okay, sometimes some people will say, don't dig so deep. So no, but I'm interested in knowing about people. It's not for gossiping. When somebody is telling me the problem, I really want to know the context of it. I really don't want to know more about people, what is the situation they are in, what's the background, so I can help them accordingly. Okay, so it's not about like be genuinely interested in people. Okay, if you can remember people's name and next time when you meet, you call their name, you really won their heart. Okay, these are small techniques, but it goes a long way. Okay, so if you are interested in people, definitely you will remember their name. If you are least interested, inke saath kya karna hai, okay, and I'm just least bothered about them, then you will just forget their name. They might say even 2-3 times, but you might even forget it, right? So very important. And sometimes there will be difficult names, and I have experienced this with foreigners. Initially, when I started working with in the automation team, Rose had a real tough time pronouncing my name because my name is like it's spelled as Chitra, but when it's pronounced Chitra, so many people. I think somebody is unmuted. So if you come across difficult names, please ask them how to pronounce their name. They will be very happy. Okay, some American names or Chinese name. If I'm leaving a voice note, I would say, I hope I have pronounced your name correctly. Please forgive me if I have not. So that leaves a very good impression that how much you care about the people's name and how to pronounce it correctly. Okay, so these things are very important. Next is how to handle argument. Okay, I think we will have 2 more slides. So do you have any questions now or anything before I move on? Does anybody have any questions? Anything?
Not.
Okay, cool. Okay, so how to handle argument? Okay, how many of you have argued a heated argument? Let me just stop the screen. How many of you have had heated argument? The things have flown in the house. Raise the voice. Okay. Shruti, Sujata, Rupa. Okay. Okay. In my past, I have also done when, especially when in our new Honda City car, somebody who was working in a hospital, he came and banged when we were going to hospital, and then he got down from the car and then he started abusing us instead of doing, it's very common in Bangalore. Whoever shouts louder, they have the upper hand. Okay, so then I was like really stunned. I like my response was like freeze. I didn't know how to react. And when I started talking, normally he said, I have influence, and he's from like a so-and-so hospital. I have influence in the circle, this and that. And we really wanted to, take him to the nearby police station, but he really refused and he took off like anything. So many times people, even we all have been there, right? Some point in time, some point in time we would have lost our cool, okay, or some point in time we all would have come across some situation wherein the argument or there was no decision, it reached nowhere. Okay, can you all relate to this? Some point in time, like both the parties or two, or not like 2 parties or maybe 3 parties could never come into an agreement. Okay, it was total waste of time. It was complete flaring up of emotions and strained the relationship. Many times, because if we can't handle arguments, we lose businesses, we strain our relationship, we lose friendship, and there is a lot of money also. Like we lose business means you're going to be losing your income or revenue, right? And losing people is as good as losing money and much more, right? who would want to have heartaches, losing people, relationship, issues, right? So whether we should argue or not, that's what we are going to see now. Okay, how to handle the arguments. Okay, first of all, please don't argue with anybody. Okay, if you argue and let's say you win for whatever reason, okay, you will lose the other party. Okay, if you lose, still you're going to lose the other person, right? Because so the best thing for you to do is not to get into heated argument. Okay, so you might say, okay, then how do I handle difference in opinions? Okay, because we have certain values, our mindset, and we really want to, the control factor comes in a lot of time. We really want to get things done. We really want to accomplish something, really want to get going a few things, and our ambitions. Okay, and the pressure to control can take it in a wrong direction. Okay, so let's see some techniques or some tips how to manage this. Okay, like I said, 9 out of 10 times, okay, the argument, when there is an argument, it is going to end both the parties. Okay, it's going to ends with both the contestants that both are absolutely right. Control your temper. Okay, when you want to say I am right, in all probability the other party is also going to say I am also right. Okay, and there is no decision, and it's not going anywhere, right? There's no settlement in that. Okay, until you both decide to put yourself in the other person's shoes and see why they are saying differently and what is the point they are trying to make. Okay, that needs a lot of maturity, patience, okay, and practice. Okay, because we are very quick to react when we want to get things done, when we really want to do or accomplish something, and the other person is not just cooperating. Okay, we can easily accuse people, and we can argue. Okay, and many times we will say, both the parties say no, I say no, I think we should do this, then you will say no, I think you should not do that. Okay, it's not going to take anywhere. Okay, first thing you have to do is count 100. Trust me guys, I'm learning a lot in these areas as well. And control your temper. Okay, so if you have already hurt in this specific area, there's going to be a trigger, and then its temperature is going to raise and things will fly, and then you're going to lose totally. Okay, so be very, first of all, if you are practicing it, try to see things from other person's perspective, or just walk away from that place and cool it down before you respond. Okay, recently I was ministering to a couple, and then there were a lot of back and forth issues are going on. I said, look, there's a lot of things that you both have to process. So best way for you to, like, on some anger issues, and then some other issues, the other person had other issues, like judging and all that stuff. So I said, if you really want to, understand each other, cool it down when the temperature is so high, and then where you both are contention is there, you both are not going anywhere. Just take a break and then go and discuss about the same thing at a point in time when you both are very cool. Okay, so that applies to anybody, be it at home or at work, anywhere. This is applicable. These techniques and these tips are, you can use it anywhere when you are dealing with human beings. Okay, if you win an argument, you lose it. If you lose it also, you lost it. So better avoid argument. Okay, next is focus on decisions than winning an argument. Okay, praise them for a trait. Let's say 2 people are fighting. Okay, how to diffuse the situation? right? Make like say, hey, I know that you want this thing to be done in certain way, right? Let's say a husband and wife deciding to purchase something, and wife wants to go for a Ferrari, and the husband really wants to go for a maybe a Honda City or a Maruti. And then like you say, okay, the wife can always say, I know that you know a lot about car, you're more knowledgeable, and you also know how it works in Bangalore and stuff. But my point of view is this, right? So when you give value, when you praise the other person for their expertise, for their good qualities, or when you praise them, it suddenly brings down the temperature, the biases, and then helps them to, come kind of an alignment to see a different you. Okay, at some point in time you are like this, and then the other person turn around and then they come like this, and then you see, okay, you are giving an opportunity for the other person to come and take a look at things from your perspective. But if you continue to have your way, your will, and say what I am saying is correct, you are not going to have any decision. There is not going to be any outcome. It's going to be a lot of issues, and it will affect your health, and it's going to be totally spoiling the environment for your, if it's family, for your kids, and for others, if it is work, you're just going to lose out in your appraisal, in your bonus, in your training, whatever. The manager can always do whatever he or she wants to do. Okay, so you don't lose anything when you point out, when you see the glory of God in some person. Every single person has something or the other. Okay, you don't have to be a hypocrite and just for the heck of doing, but genuinely notice that something that person is, even though there will be like 15 bad things, there will at least be 5 or 6 good things in that person. Pick up one and say, hey, I know, like I know you for this virtue, that you are a very disciplined person, or you are very knowledgeable, you're a hardworking person, and you're genuinely interested in people, and see how things change. Okay, it comes by practice. It's all sounds like really good, but we all are like understanding, oh, okay, this is the way it could be handled. Okay, this is a good start, and the next step would be going through this and applying in everyday situation. Okay, next is listen first, let the opponent talk. Like I said, always allow the other person to talk. Okay, and never interrupt. And somebody is like, talking, unless until they are taking 30 minutes of your time, or for like too long they are taking, you really have to be very wise in interrupting there. Okay, you can't be saying, oh, okay, and then you can't wait one person dominate the whole show when there are 18 more people waiting for that. So you have to be very wise and very tactful in handling these things. Okay, but allow the other person talk. Okay, they'll oh, okay, why the person's not agreeing to you, why they are not able to see your perspective, because they feel that they are not accepted, and they don't feel appreciated, and they don't feel important. Once they go through those emotions, we learned in the beginning, you are dealing with people with emotions. Once they go through the emotions, there's no way you can get them to see your point of view. Okay, so that's very important. And next is the one who disagrees with you is interested in the same things. You both, when there is an argument, you both are talking about the same topic. Okay, so realize that the other person is also interested in the same topic. Okay, but the process is different, the perspective is different, the way they want to do is different, maybe. Okay, or so just see, like, okay, this person is disagreeing, but they're also interested in getting this somewhere, maybe in a different way or different process. Okay, try to understand these things. Next is, will my reaction drive my, okay, when we are arguing, okay, before you respond, okay, at times we take decisions very, very quick, okay. I kind of play in my mind, if I say this thing, like, like for example, my helper, she whenever it so happens, whenever we are trying to do some new projects or new appointment or going out of country, it's like a pattern which is like half broken, but it's yet to be broken. She does everything for us, and she like suddenly fall sick, go on leave and stuff. And the other day I called her husband for like 20 times in the morning, no turn up, right? So now I can, so many times we have told that we have no issues taking leave, but we need to know you're on leave and how long. That's all we need to know. But the husband's, and she doesn't have a phone and all that stuff. So every time, like, I have gone to her house like 10, 12 times, and she's been with us for so many years. This time, I like, what do you do when people repeatedly do the same mistake? I had an option of losing my cool, but then I said, okay, fine. She also told me that she had a fall the previous day. So for me, it makes sense. Like, I can react for not informing me in spite of working in my house for so long. Or I can, if I react like that, it's not going to help her because she's already suffering, right? So in what way I can help? So I kind of like took an auto and went to her house, and then told her, okay, take rest. And then maybe like after a few days come for some job, and then rest of it we will handle. So in spite of she doing a thing, like, she is committed, she's getting paid, but still there is no communication, and suddenly she goes off. It's happening for many times. So went to her house, then she said, no, I'm having fever, I will come. And exactly she came. Okay. So when you are dealing with people, always remember, you want to have this relationship in the future or really want to cut it. And if you do certain things, you're going to drive them away from you, or you're going to drive or bring them, pull them towards you. What is it that you want to achieve? Okay. I know for sure this person knows exactly how things are done in my house and where is what, like, completely trustworthy. So we are kind of not ready for any other person because it takes a lot of time and too expensive as well, but she's good. So I know that this, I like a lot of things becomes easy for me if I just help her and send her to my doctor and stuff. So I really know that I can't push her away. If then I will be at loss. So I decided to just forgive and be patient and repeat the same thing. She did the same thing, and I kind of repeat the same forgiveness and helped and all that stuff. Okay, so be playing it in your mind before you get into the kind of heated argument where you want the other person to go to. You want to cut off, you really want to pull them, or you really want to have kind of a negotiation and then have an understanding where you want to drive it. Okay. Next is, buy some time, like I mentioned, cool it off. When the things are not just moving, cool it off for some time. Listen to some meditation, or maybe do Tahuwa Bahu and disentangle. And Sam always tells, we got to separate the problem from the person. Okay. Most of the time what we do is we attack the person. Okay. But instead of attacking the problem, we are always attacking the person. Okay. So it's a wrong target. Okay. We look at the problem and come up with an amicable solution between both the parties. Okay. Just because in that situation, because of certain action, don't judge that person. Why they are doing, there is maybe 100 other reasons for that. Okay. So unless until we know how to, like, okay, Why are you doing, like many times I have asked like some of the coaches and they'll say, oh, this person died and that person died. Okay, fine, cool. You take a break. We have no issues in taking a break. You taking a break. All we need is just tell us, so I can do something else on that. And also let us know how we can help you in dealing with your situation, right? So this is important. And be honest, okay? Just because you really want to build relationship and you want to get things done doesn't mean that you have to manipulate or you have to be just doing a lip service, okay? People can feel energy, okay? And they will know when you are faking it. They will know when you're genuinely interested in it, okay? So that's pretty heavy. Just stop share. Any questions, any comments?
No, Chitra.
Okay. Shall I continue? How are you all feeling?
Good, good.
Shall I continue or you all need a break?
You can continue.
Okay. Yes, Tohuwa Bohu helps you disentangle, and you can do meditation to, calm yourself. Okay. Tohuwa Bohu will help you understand what the heck is going on in your mind and how much a particular thought is bombarding you. Okay. Once you get into Tohuwa Bohu, you have awareness about yourself, what you're thinking and what is bothering. What are the top 3-4 things that always like on your mind, okay, that you can't seem to be disentangling. Okay. Once you disentangle, you have peace of mind, you have focus and clarity. Okay. That's why I'm saying anytime, anywhere, do Tohuwa Bohu. There is no harm in doing that. Okay. Let me get back. Share. Okay. Next is techniques for leading. Okay. I've done these. Okay. Leading others. Okay. This is the last slide, guys. I think no, one more slide is there. So some techniques you can use. Okay. You can't change people's mind by trying to prove. I think I have already spoken about it. Okay. If you really try to prove what you're saying is correct, you lost the person. Okay. But if you are willing to understand the other person's perspective and willing to negotiate, talk about it, discuss, go midway between, then it's going to work. Okay. You all can see my screen, right?
Yes, Chitra.
Okay. Next is people's heart is hardened if criticized. Another thing that I really wanted to say, like I mentioned in the beginning, if you're going to criticize people, okay, then you really, they are going to just shut the door on your face. Okay. So even if you want to criticize also, like I think Deepya, somebody said that, or someone said, Prima said that, start with appreciation. Okay. And then talk about, like even at workplace also, you would have, if you are a corporate, your boss will definitely in your one-on-one or in your team meetings, they would say, hey, okay, our team has done this. Even if you listen to leadership talk also, our company has done this, that, and all that stuff. And then the team meeting will say, okay, this is the area that we need, we are dragging, we need to focus much more and all that stuff. Okay. So always start, if you really want to criticize somebody, always start with appreciation. Okay. And then say whatever you have to say. And before saying, process it, whether it's going to directly hit at a person like that, a bullet or a bazooka, or how you want to, pass on the message. You really got to be processing it, thinking about it. Like if somebody, if somebody has to say the same manner to you, how you would feel, right? So in the same way, process it a little bit before, talking. Many times I might have done a few things, but then immediately I retract it, and then I don't hesitate asking sorry or forgiveness from anybody. It shows humility and it shows your character. So don't be so hardened and be proudful to know, how I should say sorry. It's fine, no issues. Okay, sorry. thank you, please, and all is really going to really help in establishing a relationship and show who you are and your character as well. Okay. Next is there is a positive magic in phrases like I may be wrong. Okay. Even if the other person is wrong, okay, how to bring them to your side. Okay. Like in Wow Life, we always say there's no like right and wrong. There's no black and white. Okay. There is a lot of things, that fluidity. Okay. I have spoken about fluidity in many videos. So that there is always a fluidity. Let's say I want to do my project in certain way, right? And maybe the other person is saying in a different way. Okay. I can, out of my insecurity, I can say, no, this is the only way. Okay. And let's say if it passes, and then later on you can say, no, maybe I think be open-minded to accept different ideas. Okay. And then even if the other person saying wrong, you can say, okay, maybe I need to look at I need to look at your perspective, or maybe I am wrong. Okay, let's examine what you're saying is this, and what I am saying is this. Let's talk about the pros and cons. Okay. And then see what is in the best interest of both of us, which way direction we should be going. That is called collaboration. Okay. It's not like a Hitler, my way or your way or no way. Okay. Be willing to collaborate, bring in the facts together and see, oh, okay, this is pro and this con, and then, okay, fine. Which a combination of maybe both our ideas can work. It can work the best, right? So like that we can do. And even decision making, it could be always be a best decision making, be it in your family or in other places as well. Okay. And it's not about the brilliance of ideas, but self-esteem is threatened. One thing you got to remember is that when you really argue with the other person, they feel less, like I said, they feel less accepted, less important, and it's a direct hit on their self-esteem. Okay. Many times we do all these things, okay, and we really don't know what kind of damage it is doing to the other person. So these are the insights, these are the revelations that we are learning. Once you know, oh, okay, maybe that's why the other person behaved in this way or that way, or they didn't react at all. Okay, so these are the things you can keep in mind. Next one is self-pity. Okay, it's very common, and I deal with that day to day. Many times people say, oh, this person's not cooperating, husband, wife, son not cooperating, please pray for me. Okay, what is it that I have to pray about that? God has given you the wisdom. It's your situation. You ask me solution or maybe guidance, and I might be able to tell. But me praying for you, when you are not willing to change your perspective, your mindset, not willing to look at things or solve, it's not going to do any good. It is just a hypocrisy. Okay, we all do that. It's all from a Pentecostal charismatic background. Hey, pray for me. Okay, before asking people to pray, see what you can do best. Why these things are happening, right? And people will say, oh, this person is doing that to me, and my life is miserable because of so and so. Kavi has also told this so many times. Even I'm telling the same thing. Your life is your creation. My life is my creation. I take charge for my life. I make it or break it, or I improve it. It's all in my hands. Okay. How I get it done is a different matter altogether, but we are the creator for our own lives. Okay. If there is a lack of skill or knowledge or information or any kind of support, that's available. Okay. But that doesn't come by praying. Okay. Praying is okay for your emotional strength, for you to continue, that all okay. But you're the one who's going to take the action. Okay. So simply don't just throw the ball, hey, pray for me this, and then you continue doing the same thing in the same way. You got to be asking if the patterns and cycles are repeating in the same way, what is it that one thing you can do to break it? We have so many sermons, we have so many tools in that. Go back and see, ask God. God, tell me one thing that I can do differently. I am teachable. I'm listening, I'm willing. Tell me that thing that I need to change. Okay. It's all about, everything is in our hand. Okay, guys. Next is, if you admit your mistakes, we already talked about it. Okay. Sometimes when you say, maybe I'm wrong, at that point in time, I know I did what I did was wrong, but God is speaking to me, I'm improving. I always tell people I'm a work in progress. Just because a regional coach doesn't mean that I know I'm the most perfect person on the earth. I do have my flaws. I'm aware of it. I'm working on that. Okay. When I admit mistakes, then other persons mellows down and they say, oh, okay, no, maybe I was also wrong. Okay, you would have seen that many times. Okay. And showing respect for other person, we have already seen. Dramatize your ideas in businesses with facts and differentiators. Okay, when children really want, sometimes they lie on the floor and kick their, legs and hands, and sometimes they really, they know how to do drama, right? Let's learn something from drama, and sometimes you really business with facts. Yeah. So sometimes when you do things in a certain way, okay, people are not able to see, try to be creative and do it in a different way. Like when we do presentations, right? Now today I have not included videos, but most of the time when we do, it's like very engaging. Like today also, I'm asking questions on understanding that you guys are following, a feedback, and all that stuff. We'll always include some videos, some motivation, some activity, some fun, and all that stuff. So learn these techniques or learn these skills, okay, to make it a bit more interesting. Okay. If you really want to, bounce your ideas to your business partner or to your manager or anybody else, okay, one can always say, no, I've tried so many times, it doesn't work, because my manager is like that, because my mother is like that, because my father is like that. They'll never listen. So to find a way to make them listen, okay, we get creative. Okay, most of us are polarized. I have already spoken about it. Okay, the way we react to people sometimes is because we already have bias for that person. This person like that only. No knowledge, always talking this one, and he's very stubborn, and that person is always spending so much. Every person we see, the first image comes is, oh, this person talks too much. Okay, just train yourself again and again and day. What they have spoken in the past, how they look and all that, try to look at things from very objectively. Okay. Next is convince the other party that you're also trying to help them. You're not separate. Okay, trying to bring the concept of oneness in the whole thing. Okay, the moment pride takes over, okay, we know it better, we can do it better than other person, then we really shut the door for the other person. Okay, be sincere and help them understand. Like somebody said that, okay, the other person should know, even if we are not present in that situation, the other person should always know that we are there to help them. Okay, next is throw down a challenge. Okay, and I really want to share one incident for this one. Okay, one time we went to like I think last time we went to I might edit this video. We went to Goa, and we had organized the hotel for the passion recipes workshop, and this was all booked and everything as per the hotel people. We discussed and agreed and everything. So we were supposed to have lunch in the same hall where the conference was happening. When the lunchtime came, the food came from outside, but the manager suddenly decided to, tell us we can't have lunch in the same place. And I think the whole thing came for like 3,000-4,000 rupees or something. And these guys are saying, the hotel people are saying, you can't have. Now we can't go to another restaurant and have, because food is already come, and we can't. And then like one of the one of the persons really lost cool. They bombarded the manager because they're saying it's more than the food cost, and how you are telling us not, because manager is telling different than the person who did the booking. Okay, so they have information, like a discrepancy between what they spoke, I mean what they conveyed to us, but we were not at fault. Okay, so then one of our friends went and really shouted and lost their cool and temper, and he almost telling, hey, come Chitra, and then we'll just sit outside. And he said, what? No way. We are not going to compromise on that. It's not an honor thing at all. I'm not coming there and eating outside. Let's just figure out. So we spoke again, very politely. Again, that man is saying, no, you can't eat. Very stubborn, put a very firm face. And then I had to make a call at that point in time. I said, hey, call that lawyer guy who's a participant. Okay, got just like a kind of a thing. We had to get things moving there. And then the lawyer came. The lawyer is like super cool. And as soon as he came, he was shocked that this guy is not allowing us to eat food, and food has already come. All of us were so hungry around 2:00. And the lawyer said, I think I have to start examining on what kind of land you guys have built the property. The moment he said, and these guys got the message, and then they, after that, like we were trying to control the lawyer, but the lawyer is really wanting to honor me and Sam, and he started going all over, like kind of telling them, look what I will do to you guys. And he's a very important guy also there. And as soon as that thing happened, these guys went and said, okay, sir, please give us some time. I will go and discuss with my person who did the reservation. He went there, and then after 10 minutes, he said, okay, on an exceptional basis, we are allowing guys to eat. So, okay. So at times, you really have to do a little bit of different strategy. At that point in time, the guy was not listening. However, we were trying to put it across. 3 of us tried. So then I had to make a call, say, hey, let's just get the lawyer and on board, and let's see how to handle these things. So then the whole scenario changed. Okay, so it was a real funny situation there. Yeah. I hope you get the point that I'm not telling you guys to call the lawyer for everything, but at that point in time, we really have to do that. Okay. Yes. Let me share the screen again, and I'm going to almost end it. Yes. Admit screen. Right. Yes. So throw down a challenge. This is what I did to that manager at that point in time, because he was just not willing to listen, right? Yeah. So any doubts, any questions so far? Nothing? No doubts? Are you all grasping? Are you all understanding?
Yes, Chitra.
Yes, Chitra.
Okay, cool. So let me go to the last slide, guys, before we finish. Okay. Now, the thing is, many times, like I think somebody in the beginning said, people get offended. I really don't know how to. I'm talking casually. What's in my heart, I'm expressing, but other people are getting offended. Okay, so how not to offend people? Okay, some tips you can keep in mind. Begin with appreciation. We already discussed. Then call attention to mistakes very gently. Don't be like bombarding people, especially when we are dealing with our laborers or our helpers. We are not gentle. Or even with our children also, like we are so tired, or sometimes we are stressed, and like we will be shouting. Okay, so if you really want to get the attention of the other person, don't raise your voice. Okay, the best way to get attention is by a neutral or by a gentle voice. Okay, it always works. Ask questions instead of giving direct orders. Okay, somebody is doing some mistakes. Okay, and you know for sure that they should not be doing it that way. So you can ask, okay, I see that you're doing this way. Do you have any reason for not doing it this way? And why do you do this way? Can you please like help me understand? Instead of like asking, say, hey, why are you doing this one? I told you already so many times and all that stuff. You can say, is there any other reason that you consider doing this way? Can you help me understand? Okay, that's a different tone. That's a different, you're taking it on yourself that you lack understanding, but you are seriously interested in other person doing certain things in certain way. Okay, so that is okay. Next is praise slightest improvement. Okay, even it's very important when you're dealing with kids and even with your workers or your vendors or like anywhere. Your children they have got like 5 marks more than their last term. Praise them. Okay, the moment you praise, their self-esteem is going to go up high, like crazy, like rocket. Okay, even if they change certain behavior. Okay, notice it as much as you notice the faults and the mistakes. Notice the good things also and praise them. Always praise them, even for the slightest improvement, even with your vendors, even with your helpers. Like today, Sunday, my helpers were supposed to be doing certain things and she did. And then we kind of tried to tell her not to do. She's just recovering. But when she gets admitted in hospital, something will always be helping her with medicine. If she's not well, we'll tell her to have food and go, or some medicine, or give some money for hospitalization and stuff. Okay, people doing things proactively or improving, please make sure to notice that. Okay, that helps a long way in building relationship. Next is make fault seem easy to correct. Okay, many times the parents, I have seen parents say, you are hopeless, you'll never study well, you will never get anywhere, you're good for nothing. Okay, these are the self-fulfilling prophecy you are declaring on your loved ones. Please remember that, because there is a lot of importance on how you process thoughts that's going to come out of your mouth. Okay, seriously, do you really want that to happen to your children? And how would you feel when they become useless for nothing, or they are good for nothing? They will never reach anywhere. Okay, what kind of talk? We are the creators, and what are we creating? Okay, I'll never learn anything. I'll never be good in business. It is again self-fulfilling prophecy. And my health is never going to improve. Okay, hopeless situations are there, but how you want to shift it with your thought process, how you want to utter, how you want to tackle the self-talk that's going on in the chatter that's going on in your mind. Okay, that's where the meditation comes in picture. That's where the renewal of mind comes in picture, through the word. Okay, keep listening. And you can even do affirmations. I think in another workshop I have mentioned about the affirmations, who you are. I think one of the videos I have about identity. In my YouTube video, I have recorded a video on how to know and emphasize and affirm our identity in God. And if you really want good things to happen to you, want to be successful, please stop saying negative things for yourself and for others. Even if it is happening also, you process it, and then you are the one who's shifting the atmosphere by your word. What is the revelation you have, and what is the logos, and what is the rhema? Like, what is the rhema you want to utter on that? You want to create, or you want to break, or you want to destroy? It's all in your hand. It's all in your mouth. Okay, and it's in your mind. Process it properly. And last thing is give them reputation to live up to. Okay, everybody has something. Give them some reputation. Okay, give them something good to live up to. Okay, don't be always like blaming and criticizing people. Okay, so that's all for today. I hope it was useful. Let me get back. Yes. So